You are all weirdos.
Weird science is the revolution. Weird science is the revolution.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Weird Science Comics YouTube channel, where I'm going to give you my 3 favorite DC books right now. These are the books that I enjoy reading each and every month and actually look forward to reading each and every month. Now, this doesn't mean that I think they're the greatest things of all time, or they may not even be the best books. These are just the books that I enjoy. I think they're pretty darn good, though, and I would love to hear the books that everybody else loves to read at DC right now as we head into this dawn of DC, and hopefully everybody has at least something to get excited about. I'm going to start off with The Flash, and I should mention these are in no particular order. These are just the 3 books that I like right now. The Flash by Jeremy Adams, and it's such a great run. This book is what the rebirth should have been about. When you end up having rebirth, Wally coming back, Barry remembers him. It's just a shame that Jeremy Adams wasn't around right then to do a Wally West book, because this has everything that was promised in the rebirth. You end up having Wally and Linda together. You end up having the kids, Jay and Irie. Linda's even pregnant, and you have the extended Flash family as well. So if you're a Flash fan, you have to love this book. And so all of this going on, the problem is that it didn't sell right away. And the issues are, a bunch of things. It's not an easy answer of why. DC didn't really push it enough. A lot of people, Wally West fans in particular, have been burned by DC so much that it took them a while to actually trust them to come back. And really the whole play was word of mouth. You had the grassroots going. We pushed it on our podcast all the time. I've seen a lot of people pushing it. And eventually, people started saying, okay, I hear so much about this. I will give it a try. I have not heard a lot of people say that they hate this book. I've heard some people say, well, it's not my favorite, whatnot. But I've never heard anybody say they hate it. And that really a majority of the people, when they did read it, said, wow, this is what I really want from DC Comics. Now, unfortunately, that was a little too late, because Jeremy Adams was pulled off the book because of sales. Now, once he got pulled off because of sales, the sales started going up because people got word of it, and it was a shame because he was already pulled off the book by the time the 1 Minute War hit, and the sales did increase. But he is going off to the Green Lantern book, so if you are a fan of Jeremy Adams, you should pick that up. But the other thing about this is, and maybe I'll have to do this list every now and again, because coming up, Cy Spurrier's taking over the book, and I can't see how DC decided to go from a family-friendly book that you could tell anybody to read it, and I think they could enjoy it, to what is going to be a Cy Spurrier cosmic horror book. That doesn't seem like my thing, but I will give it a chance, so maybe Cy Spurrier will surprise me, and it will be good in its own way. But right now, I'm just going to tell you that I love Jeremy Adams' Flash, and at this moment right now, it's one of my favorite books. But I'm going to move on to the next one, and this one actually shocked me as well, though afterwards, thinking about it, probably shouldn't have, but it's Batman Superman World's Finest. I'm not a huge Mark Waid fan, and the funny play is a lot of people do say that, but then they will have that little asterisk and say, well, I liked his old DC stuff. I liked his Flash stuff. So really what this is almost like a reinvention, or, getting the spark back, Mark Waid coming back to DC Comics. And it really revitalized him, I should say. And really this book is just fun. It's Silver Agey fun. It ends up where it plays real loose with the continuity. And sometimes that will annoy me. But if it's done to have fun, then I don't mind. And that's what this book is all about. Almost all of it is just to get in there and have some fun. And Dan Mora's art is incredible. And I am definitely a story first, art second kind of guy. But when I see each issue of this, Dan Mora's art blows me away. And it's pretty much worth it just for the art. Just for the art, and go through. And really because the book does have a bunch of guest stars. Dan Mora draws them imperfect, and it's fun. You have Doom Patrol, Teen Titans, Metamorpho in the current story. And so you end up having so many things that it really just feels like, hey, everybody, you like old comics, you like fun times, here you go. We're going to give you the entire package. Have at it. And I really do enjoy it. Now I'm going to move on to my last book of the three. This one, again, I say asterisks in this a lot, but this one might need a little one because it just started out, but it's Joshua Williamson's Superman. And again, after the whole Dark Crisis, I'll tell you, Joshua Williamson was not high on my list of favorites. But since the Superman deal started and a couple of issues have come out, I've really, really enjoyed it. I really love the art by Jamal Campbell. It's outstanding. And the story involving Lex forcing Superman to lead his Superman Corps, it's intriguing. It actually seems like it might be a little bit of fun, too, as Superman at this point seems as what Lex is saying is you're going to have to fight my villains. That's really, really fun. I think it's a really cool book. And it is one of those things where when I read it, I'm like, okay, I hope that most of the Dawn of DC has this feel. I hope that we go forward with this. So that's kind of the deal of why it is on my list. And I hope that it stays on my list. One of my problems with Joshua Williamson is I think he kind of peters out and kind of loses track of things after a while. So I hope that that doesn't happen. But those are my three favorite books at DC Comics right now. I do have an honorable mention, and that is Stargirl, The Lost Children by Jeff Johns and Todd Nauck. And it is a mini-series. It is ending soon. We just had the penultimate issue as I'm recording it this week. And it's a mini-series that is kind of slow-moving and is coming to an end. But these forgotten sidekicks in the book are also cute and incredible that I smile the whole time while reading it. And just to throw this in, so later, maybe it will end up upping the JSA book as well because it's going to fold into Jeff Johns' JSA book. That I really hope Salem, my personal favorite forgotten child, goes with it because I love her. And just to have it here, here's a book that I tried to avoid and might tell people to. It's Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing. Matthew Rosenberg's book is going nowhere slow. And while the most memorable moment is a backup story of the Joker having a crap baby, that's when you know there's problems. And I really, really don't like that book. But that is that. It's like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is what that was. Unfortunately, I'm probably the ugly, but that's not nice. Why would you say that to me? But hey, everybody, thanks for listening. And like I said, please let me know what your favorite books are in the comments below. But if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and enable those notifications. But that is that. Thanks, everybody, and I will talk to you all later.
You are all weirdos.
Weird science is the revolution. Weird science is the revolution.